After recording my last episode on Hearing Voices with Trina Murphy, I just wanted to jump on and give a quick bonus episode about stopping the stigma around hearing voices and other mental health conditions that can be a trauma response from domestic abuse and other traumatic events. Welcome to The Secrets in the Powder Room, where we share stories and open up conversations about all the secrets women are forced to keep out of fear and shame. I'm Louise Bryant, professional certified coach, intuitive eating counsellor and trauma-informed domestic abuse specialist and survivor. I'm here to support you on your healing journey and help you feel like you're not alone. This is not to be a replacement of your own professional, medical or legal advice. This podcast contains adult language and content. Listener discretion is advised. When Trina first came on one of my courses, she said to me, should I mention the voices? And I said, absolutely. There is no shame that you hear voices as a result of what happened to you. And I'm here to help normalise and stop the stigma around these kind of consequences that people have to go through from experiencing domestic abuse or any kind of traumatic event, and it's created, a lifetime or a temporary condition. So everyone on this planet is normal, and it's just about learning about our own normality or what's normal for us at that time in our life. And we change all of the time and we go through different life events. And sometimes we have to look at ourselves and think, what can I do? Or what help can I get? Do I need to go on medication? And if I do go on medication, I'm not a failure. If you had diabetes, you'd take medication. And it's the same here. And if it works, great. And if it doesn't, cross it off the list and try something different. If someone had a broken leg, you could see that. But we can't hear, or we can't see or hear any voices inside someone's head or any other mental health condition, can we? So at some point in our lives, each one of us experience moments of mental and emotional struggles. But today, my primary focus is on normalising hearing voices and other mental health conditions that are often a trauma response to domestic abuse and other traumatic experiences. These can include, but are not limited to, PTSD, anxiety and depression, hypervigilance. Additionally, these conditions can be accompanied by physical symptoms like fibromyalgia and substance abuse disorder like alcoholism. So I believe it's necessary to challenge the existing taboos and encourage open conversations about mental health and remove the stigmatisation. People suffering from mental health conditions stemming from abuse or a death of someone, or someone maybe being in an accident or witnessing something terrible should not blame themselves but seek help to understand that it is a trauma response. So hearing voices can be very challenging and isolating, and it's essential to understand that hearing voices is not uncommon. It's estimated that about 1 in 10 people globally experience hearing voices. However, despite the number of people who hear voices, people who do often feel isolated and stigmatised, and we need to understand that hearing voices can be normal. It can often be scary for someone to admit that they hear voices because of the fear that they'll be looked at differently or seen as crazy or mad. But as we all know, opinions are the same as buttholes. Everyone has one. And you can't control other people. You can only control the way that you respond to other people. So the voices can be loud and clear, or they can be muffled whispers. They can often be single words such as a person's name or lengthy conversations. There can be one voice or several voices, familiar or unfamiliar. Some people aren't distressed by the voices and find them comforting, but for most, they are highly distressing and will sometimes cause the individual to answer back. They will often be making very derogatory comments and telling the individual to do harmful things to themselves or to others. And the latter are referred to as command hallucinations. So to break the stigma surrounding mental health conditions and trauma response disorder stemming from domestic abuse, they should encourage open and honest conversations about mental health in schools and workplaces. One example is Time to Change organisation that focus on ending stigma across different aspects of life. These conversations can help remove the stigma associated with hearing voices and other mental health conditions impacting people worldwide. However, we as individuals can help support someone who we might know who's hearing voices. Bethany and I spoke in episode 10 about supporting someone who's going through domestic abuse. We also mentioned that someone who has left an abusive relationship may still need lots of support in their healing process. And this goes for any kind of traumatic event. If someone you know is hearing voices, don't make them feel more ashamed than they already do. It is not the person's fault, and the best you can do is show them that you are there for them and that they are not broken or crazy. And if you're hearing voices, make sure you seek medical advice and take positive action steps towards your healing journey. So what the bottom line is, it's crucial to break the stigma surrounding hearing voices and other mental illnesses. It is therefore necessary to prioritise mental health by prioritising self-care, knowing one's limits, and seeking help when necessary. With courage and support from family, friends, and mental health professionals, anyone living with a mental illness, including hearing voices, can live a happy, healthy, and fulfilling life. Thank you for listening to this bonus episode of The Secrets in the Powder Room. If you've been affected by hearing voices or any other trauma response from abuse, please don't feel any shame and make sure you seek professional help. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss an episode.